everyone, how are you doing all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel Fitness Freak Computer Geek. In the last lecture we have seen some coding example of loops, okay, where I have shown you some example of for loop, and before that lecture I have shown you some coding example on while and do while loops, and also I have told you that while and for loop are interchangeable. We can do the same work in a code by using both of for loop and while loop. Okay, hope you're getting it. So now moving on, in the last lecture I have told you about some coding based on pattern making, okay, designing pattern, something like that. Okay, so I will show you two or three more example, okay, then I will conclude this coding part. And next lecture I will taught you about continuous break statements. So let me show you some two or more coding example of pattern matching. Okay, so let me open my code block. So just here now the code block has opened. Now let us open our file, what we have done in the last lecture. Just Control O. So what will open, let's open the loops one. Loops was our folder. Yeah, you can see in the last lecture we have shown printing of this star, okay, using this loop. Okay, so now moving on, let us now print in a lower upper triangular form. Means 1 star will be print, or and then 2 star, then 3 star, then 4 star, then 5 star, like that. Okay, so let us see how we can do that. So how we can do that, now think about the logic. I have also given you some analogy of nested for loop. Use just logic, use your intuition to design the logic. So how we can do that? First let me show you in OneNote how we can do that. Let us create new note. So let me show you how we can do that. So what we have to print, we have to print this one. Suppose this is star, and like this. So we have to print something like that. So how we gonna print? So how we gonna achieve this? Okay, we have two values here, I and j, two loops here. So what's value we have to given to these loops, so that this this output will get printed in our screen. So how we gonna do it? Let me show you. So first of all, for I equal to, suppose I equal to 0 for first line. So suppose I equal to 0, we move inside the loop and we print just one time, and just we print new line and just go again in I part here. I become now 0 for I equal to 0. So don't I assume I equal to 0, you will get confused, 0 for 1 star. So let me just make initialize I. So in this program let me just initialize I from 1. It will result the same, don't worry about it. You can do from 1 or 5, just remember this condition. Okay, so now you have to put less than equal to 5. Okay, so it will now count from 1 to 5. So this will make more sense now. Okay, so why I change this thing from 0 to 1, so make you understand the logic. Okay, I can do that same thing using 0 to 4 also, but you might get confused. Some of you might get confused, so that's why. So let's see that output will remain same. Okay, let me show you. Okay, you can see that output is still remains, so you can use it. So let me just deduce now the logic. How are you gonna do that? So first of all, so I value is 1. For 1 we will printing 1 star, means for 1 we have to enter into j loop and print the star. Okay, one time, print this one time. Then again don't use the j loop here. Okay, if I use j again and again for 5 times, it will then print all the other star also. So we don't want that output, we don't want that. We want here neat and clean, means no star in the first row. Suppose this is the row here. Okay, understand, this is row, first row, this is second row. Okay, you are getting it. I'm just trying to make reduce the logic here. I am doing nothing else. Okay, suppose this is first row and first column. You can understand it by using rows and column. This is first row, second column, something like that. Okay. Now you can have clear idea now. So what, first of all, what we are doing here? So we are, for one I value of 1, we're printing 1 star. Okay, I equal to 1, make j to run till 1. For I equal to 2, because print statement is inside the j, so for I equal to 2, make it make the j to run up till 2. Similarly for I equal to 3, made up to 3. I don't know you are seeing it or not. So you are getting it now. So now we have to make j work according to I. So what we have to initialize j? We cannot initialize now j with 1 or 0 like earlier. Okay, we cannot do that. So it will, if I do that, it will print again all the star also. Okay, you're getting it. Hope it is clear to you. Okay, it's not rocket science. If you just if you listen to this very carefully, you definitely understand it, what I'm trying to say here. So what you have to do? We have to make j work according to I. So how can you do that? So just initialize j equal to I. Okay. So what we'll do now? So we want to work j according to I. So suppose, how we gonna do that? Okay. So suppose you want to print this order. So how are you gonna do that? For I equal, suppose if you initialize I by 1. Okay. So firstly, if I is equal to 1, then j will equal to 1 and j is greater than equal to 5 according to this condition. If you suppose, if you made this j as I, okay, here, get it? So what we will do now? So first I equal to 1 and I less than 5, okay, condition true. Then we entered into this loop, j, make j as I. So I value is 1, so j will become 1. So what we'll do? So for y equal to 1 and j 1 is less than 5, condition true, and we will run this part for 5 times. How it run with 5 times? Because j value will become j first value become 1, then it will print 1 star, then j value become 2 is less than 5, it will make it print, and j equal to 3, again print this star, and j equal to 4, again this print, and j equal to 5, again print this star. So it will print the star. So what we'll do? It will just print. Let me show you in one note, another note. Okay. So what will it do? So suppose we are making j equal to 1. Okay, let me show you. And we are taking I value here. So what we are doing here, we are firstly using I equal to 1 and j also become 1. For I j equal to 1, let me go inside in a loop. For j equal to 1, what we are doing? We are printing the value of star once. Okay, now j value will incremented now, and it will become 2. So for 2 is also less than 5, where condition here is what? J less than 5. It will again print the star in this line, but we don't want this output now. For it will print up to 5. Okay, if you go more further, you will see that it will print up to 5. Okay, so we don't want to output. We want print 1 star first, then print 2 star. Okay, like this. So how are we gonna do that? So for that, we also have to now modify the value of I, because if you don't modify the value of I, it will print 5 star first, then 4 star and 3 star. It will print again after that. It will print again 4 star now. Okay, because I value become 2 and j will also become now 2. For I equal to 2, because we are initializing j with 2. Okay, we are getting it. So I equal to 2, j will also have value 2. So it will move print up to 2 to 5, which is equal to 3, which is equal to 4. Okay, so it will print 4 star. So we don't want it. It is printing the star in a reverse way. We will see this code also. So what you have to do now? So we have to also alter the value of I, so that j must work properly to print these things. Okay, so how are we gonna modify this I to get this result? Okay, this one. So how are we gonna do that? We have to firstly initialize I by 5. Okay, let's run the loops in reverse order. Let's see what will happen. So I equal to 5, initialize it using initialization expression. Then after that, make I, compare I as unless it is greater than equal to 1, okay, then I minus minus. So what will it do? Okay, so if you try to do this, what will happen? So I value initially 5. Okay, let me just remember this point. Okay, remember this logic. I'm gonna show you next slide. Okay, its space is run out. So how are we gonna do it? So suppose now, remember the loop there. Okay, in the last, okay, remember this part. So how are we gonna do that? Now let's take I and j. Okay, and we firstly I is value 5 and also j now become 5. Why? We are making j equal to I here. Okay, because we want to print this thing, so we have to make the j work as I. Okay, I have shown you this part here. You can see that only this part will give this result. Okay, this part will give this result. So what we gonna do? So we will also initialize j as 5. Okay, then after that j equal to 5 and I equal to 5. So first condition is what? J is less than equal to 5 condition here. So first condition is what? First value is I equal to j equal to 5. So j 5 less than 5, condition true. So what will it do? Will print the first line, that is first star is printed now. So again j will now incremented and j value now become 6. J value becomes 6. So what will it do? 6, it will compare 6 against 5. Okay, so what will it print? Is 6 is less than equal to 5, condition false, so it will not print anything. We come out of the loop and we go into the I block. Okay, so now remember that I is being decremented here. Okay, so we will decrement I. So now I become 4 here, and we are here j equal to I, so make j also as 4. Now 4 is being compared with 5. Okay, now it will make sense now to you. Now 4 is being compared with against 5, so 4 is less than equal to 5, condition true, so star will print it. Again j value incremented now and j become 5 now, and 5 again is compared with 5, so it is again the condition is true. So now we are getting it how we are printing this thing, and this will goes on and on. So this logic, the logic which I have think here is correct one. Okay, so this is the way you find out a logic. You take any random number, play with the numbers, and then find that is it giving us the desired result or not. If it is giving us the desired result, you can use that logic. Okay, so now we find that this logic work perfectly fine for us. Okay, this one, and the j value make j has value of I. So this work perfectly fine for us. So let's see it work on the loops or not. Okay, in our code or not. So what are you gonna do? We have to initialize I has 5 and make I as less than equal to 1, not less than, make it greater than, or it will get to infinite loop. Unless I is greater than equal to 1, do these things. Do what? J equal to I, j less than 5, j plus plus. So let's see it's giving us result or not, what we are explain here. Yeah, you can see that our logic work fine. Oh, thank you. So in this way the all logics are drawn. Okay, so hope you are getting it. Hope it is clear to you now. So just let me give you one more last example. Just print the things in reverse order. Means what? Just print in this order. Okay, after this 3 star, and after this 2 star, and 1 star. Two star, then 1 star. Okay, hope it is visible to you. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? So suppose now we have changed the value like this. Suppose what we can do that. Now let's work j as value as I. Okay, and let's do not change anything. Okay, so suppose let's make it what it was earlier. Let me show you how I am getting into this directly. Okay, because of my practice. If you do this, you will also get it. Okay, so everything is all about practice. I am telling you again and again, and there is no shortcut. Okay, so let's see what will happen. I have suppose that let me do it again. We are running out of space here. I have to teach you. So now we are making, what we are making here, I equal to 1 and I less than 5. We are not altering the value of I, we are just altering the value of j and make j work according to I. Okay, these are also known as related group. Whenever if I get the time to explain you about time complexity in algorithms lectures, I will also define about this. Okay, loops time complexity, how can you find it. So what we have to do now, we are making j equal to I. Okay, j equal to I. So I value is initially 5. So what we are doing now, I and j. So first of all, I value is 1 and we are making this one, so j will also get 1. And what is our condition here, is j is less than equal to 5. So 1 is less than equal to 5. So what we'll do, we'll enter the loop and print the star. Okay, and after that increment the value of j. Now j will become 2. So 2 is also less than 5. You're getting it. So j become 2 for I equal to 1, j equal to 2. So it will print again and make j is 3 and 4 and 5, so on. It will print 5 times. This one 5 times star, 5 star. So after that it run out of the space, means 5 j becomes 6 and 6 is less than equal to 6, 5. So we move out of the loop and we move to the outer loop, that is increment part of I. So we will now increment the value of I. So what I become 2 and j will run from 2 to 5. Okay, because we are initializing j to, so j will get now 2. So we will run the loop from 2 to 5. Okay, hope you're getting it. 2 to 5. So how many time it will print? For 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so it is printing 4 time. So it will print it 4 time. Now again it will run out of the loop and go to the outer loop and increment the value of I as 3. So it will now run from 3 to 5 now. 3 to 5 now. So similar way it will now print in reverse order. Okay, so only this logic which we have thought is working correctly. So we'll apply this logic now. Okay, so just save the file and run it. Yeah, you can say that we have printed the star in reverse order. So I've seen that we have printed a star in, firstly printed star in like upper triangle, now it become lower triangle thing. Okay, so hope you are getting it. So in this way logic are designed. So you can do the same thing with number also. Suppose we want to now print a number. So what we'll do, just print the value of j. It will print from 1 to 5. Okay, in a reverse order, you will see that. Okay, so what will it will do? So here it's printing it 1 2 3 4 and 2 3 4 3 4 5 4 5 5. Okay, same thing, it's just printing the value of j. So now if you change the value of loop here, we want to print in the upper triangle way. How it will do, make I as 5 greater than equal to 1 I minus minus. So what will it do now? So you can see that it is printing in reverse order now, 5 4 5 3 4 5, something like that. So you can do anything using this. Okay, hope you're getting it. So you can just modify this, play with this more and do something, make something out of yourself. Okay, so I will in the description of this video I will provide you some link where you can practice more in pattern coding there. You can practice more coding there. Some more, if the people, if you get excited about this thing, you can do it more. Okay, so thanks for watching, and that's all for today. We have seen about this is the fourth part, I think third or fourth part of the coding lectures. So hope now the loops concept somewhat cemented in your brain. Okay, so to get more into the topics, please practice more and more. I will provide a link in the description itself. Okay, just practice more and more if you have any problem. And if you want to move on now, I will in the next lecture I will show you break and continue statement, and using this statement I will also show you some more code. Okay, and next we will study then function. Okay, so thanks for watching.